Hi Carol, how are you? Glad that you can make it. We've got 5 on tonight, which is awesome. Welcome to our Friday night craft along. We have just set the, I'm just double checking because we are running mega late because none of the children are being cooperative tonight at all. Like, they're just not at all. They're all in a mood. Must be a full moon or something like that. So yeah, interesting. I'm just going to turn my computer down because I haven't done that. And
is our camera on an angle?
Yes, it is. There we go. There we go. All right, we're just fixing the camera up. Sorry about that. All right, so I think we're all good to go. We are making some Christmas decorations tonight. We've got one that is a little bit complicated, so you won't be able to do that with the kids. Maybe some of the older kids you could, like teenagers or something like that. And then we've got one that you can make for the younger kids, which is very cute. They'll enjoy it. Help them with their fine motor skills and stuff like that. So I can see that we've got Shell from New Zealand is on, Susan from New South Wales is on, and Carol from Arizona. And there's a few other people that haven't commented yet because we've got more than 3 people on.
Yes.
So,
say hi.
Excuse me. Sorry about that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. Okay, I'm centered. Alrighty, so you might be wondering what we got up to today. We had been busy putting all the stuff up on the website, so we've got all that up today. Yeah. Busy.
Prepping for tonight.
Beck was helping do the prep work tonight while I was wrestling with the internet and all the rest of it, and she's looking a little bit funny because she's got a hot iron in front of her. Yeah, so we got a lot done today. We had a nice hamburger for lunch, but it was actually a vegan burger, which was great. Yes, we do nearly have, I think we just broke the, 2,901 about 10 minutes ago. It jumped over to that. So that's very, very exciting indeed. Yeah, so it is charging along. We're just, we're really excited about that actually, to be completely honest. Yeah, I don't even know where this video is happening. Oh, there we go. Look.
There it is.
All right, there we go. I'm just finding stuff on the computer so we know what's going on. And it's at that time of night where I start to cough. So I do apologise for those that don't know. I've been quite ill with the flu lately. We have a flash sale happening tonight as well. All our Christmas patterns are 20% off. And if you're a member of the website, you get a further 10% off. So make sure you join before you do your purchase. The code for that is Christmas. Okay, so when you go to checkout, you basically have to just put Christmas in and you'll get a 20% discount. If it doesn't go through or you have any sort of issues or anything like that, just email us at askme.dds.com. We'll put that under the video after we've gone live because I didn't get a chance, because the children weren't being cooperative, I didn't get a chance to update all the information at the bottom of the video. So, yeah, hi Lorraine from the Gold Coast. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. So
Lorraine's been with us before.
Oh, she? Oh, there you go. See, I see the names, but I don't always remember them. But whereas Beck actually corresponds in the chat, so she remembers who's been here before and everything like that. But I don't think I've welcomed you before, but I'm going to welcome you again. So welcome. Yeah, so we've got all that uploaded, and basically there's a whole heap of stuff over there. It's just gone live, and Beck is fiddling, so I'm going to have to move things from her.
I just realised it was like doo-doo.
Yeah, so my chai tea is coming because I'm not drinking alcohol at the moment because, yeah, I'm sick. Thank you, waitress. The silent waitress. She just like, off she goes. She's weird like that. She is. Can't work her out. Anyway, so tonight we are going to, I'm showing Beck how to, because as you know, this is just our informal craft night. We just hang out together, have a few laughs, have a bit of a chit chat. And basically what I'm showing Beck how to make some Christmas decoration, and we thought it'd be a good one to make with you guys as well. We were going to do a Christmas in July, but
someone decided to get sick.
Yeah, I was being a slacker.
Ruined the plans.
And ruined the plans, so yeah. So we are making Scandinavian folded stars, fabric folded stars tonight. So this is the one that's a little bit more difficult and that you'll be able to do with your teenage grandkids or your teenage kids. So I'm going to show you how to do that and what you've got to do to prep it and everything like that. I haven't put my bits to hang it up yet or anything like that, but I'll get to that. So I've made a ton of these, getting prepared. See, like the little ninja stars. Yeah, So just be careful of that. The kids might start using them as ninja stars. So yeah, so I've got some white and gold ones because they're going to go with my tree because they look like little snowflakes as well as stars. So they're like multi-purpose decorations. So I've made a ton of those. And the other one that we're making, which is a little cute one, it is a little winter hat. So this is using toilet roll holders, so it's a bit of recycling, and some scrap wool. Or yarn, or acrylic, whatever you've got there, it doesn't matter. So and so we're going to do that, and that's just it's so cute.
So cute.
So yeah, that's a little one that you can make with the lilies, and it's really, really easy, and it doesn't take long at all. And it probably takes about half an hour with the kids. It takes about half an hour to 45 minutes to make it, but it's a great little project. And with the like 3-year-olds and all the rest of it, you're pretty much sitting there doing it with them. With your 5 to 8-year-olds, they can pretty much handle it on their own, and then from 8 to with a little bit of help, and then 8 to teenagers, well, they'll knock it out of the park. So it just shows them a basic slip knot and how to line everything up, so you can see there. And it's just, and then you can trim this smaller if you want to. Mine's probably a little bit excessive, but it's cute. It's cute nonetheless. And I like to make these little cutesy things with the kids and to teach them to recycle things, that, all these things that get chucked in the bin can actually be used for stuff. Later on in the year, I've got some more ornament paper, like with the toilet roll holder, I've got some more ornaments and glitter. Don't hate me, but there's glitter involved in those ones. I was going to do glitter tonight, especially with the kids not being cooperative.
Lucky you're not at Girl Guides.
Why?
No glitter allowed.
Oh, I'll fix that. There'll be glitter everywhere. Alrighty, so you're going to need a couple of things tonight. You're going to need your Roxanne's glue. You're going to need a good pair of scissors. You're going to need some Wonder clips, which are easier to hold up in a little tray. You're going to need some paper scissors. You're going to need some yarn for your little beanie and a toilet roll holder. And you are going to need some strips of fabric, 12 inches by 3 inches. Okay.
And you need 4.
And you need 4 strips for 1 star.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to be gluing mine. I will show you where you need to glue it, but I'm not going to be gluing mine tonight because I actually want mine to be a singular colour. So mine are all going to be this way. But for demonstration purposes, I am actually doing them so you can see what I'm doing. So you've got 2 colours there. And these fabrics that I'm using are out of the Kate Spade bundle that we got to show you today. We also have another little project that we're going to try and get through, and Beck's going to prep some of that while I'm doing the star. So it is a little cutlery holder, and this pattern is actually going to be a giveaway tonight. So basically, again, we're just going to, anybody that's here, and it's for tonight only, so it's going to be given away by the end of the night. So if you're here, comment, tell us what you like about Christmas. Give us a thumbs up down below, hit that like button. If you're enjoying the content, maybe you could do a super chat, and or you can share this across the social medias and get more people to come and join the party on a Friday night. Okay, so that is the giveaway tonight. It's a cute little thing, and we're going to show you how we're going to make that. So we've done some preparation off camera, and Beck has done all the preparation. I did nothing. I did website stuff, but so
you'll need me what to do.
Yeah, you need some template plastic. You're going to need some fabric for that as well. And we've just got a fat quarter from the Kate Spade Aurora collection, and all the links for the fabric that we're using tonight are under our Finish It Friday video from today. And you're also going to need some cotton batting for that. Now we're going to do that a little bit. This one will get prepped up as we're going. But first of all, we're going to start with the stars. Are you ready?
I am ready.
She's ready. Alrighty. So, excuse me, I do apologise for my coughing. Alright, so the first thing that you need to do is get some Best Press or some starch or Material Magic or whatever it is that you use. There's all sorts of stuff out on the market, but you need to have some of that. I'm using Best Press tonight, and so is Beck. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your strips of fabric, and you're going to do some pressing and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the camera down. Beck's going to turn the light on, and don't forget to undo your mic before you take everything everywhere. So she's going to turn the light on so it's just a little bit brighter over here. And we're going to get started. That's better. Yes. All right. And I'm going to just tilt the camera down. So if you get motion sickness, look away from the camera now. And we're just going to bring that down so you can see our ironing pad. All right, get the mouse out of the way. Now, it's been a while since I've made these, so yeah, we'll see how we go. Alrighty, so I'll just press this one so I can show them what's going on, and then
You do that.
all right, so you're going to get your first strip. The measurements of the fabric strips are 3 inches wide and 12 inches long. Is that right? Yes, that's right.
Yes, 3 by 12.
3 by 12 in inches. So basically all you're going to do is, we've got a lot to get through tonight. So if I'm talking a little bit fast, you don't have to stress because this is all be able to replay. And yeah, so we'll get all that through. Beck wants to see the comments. Is my cuppa in the way? I'm sorry, darling. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. It's out of the way now.
Muchly appreciated.
All right, so just, she's a dag, I tell you. Alrighty, so just give that a bit of a spritz. Hit it with the iron. And I took the clapper off her before. I like to use a clapper when I'm doing this sort of stuff. A clapper is a tailor's tool and it helps to make creases. Just turn it that way. No, turn it that way. I can't make up my mind.
Come on, woman.
I know. I know. So we're just creating a crease at the moment. So now we're going to open that back up and then we're going to bring our raw edges into the centre, and just be careful because I won't even be looking where your hand is and I might get you.
That's what I was thinking.
So, I'm sorry.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. And then you repeat that to the other side. And I'll tell you what, this iron gets hot. And then I like to use my clapper and just have that on there, and that just helps to solidify those creases there so you can see it's not going to come undone. And you're going to repeat this to all 4 strips. I'm going to show you 2. I've done 2 off camera, and then Beck is going to proceed to do hers while I keep moving on.
Okie dokie.
I probably should have got you to prep some of these before you left today.
I did ask.
Yeah, I know, and I did not tell you to do it.
You said, nah, it'll be right.
That'll be right. Because I thought I had an extra hour this afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, well.
All right, so that's what you want to do. So you've just got that folded and your raw edges are in the centre. And then what you're going to do is give that another really good press. If need be, hit it again with a little bit of best press just to secure it. And then basically put the clapper on there, and that's just going to really make sure that that crease and those raw edges aren't going to pop out on you while you're working with it. Okay, so then basically all you're going to do is you're going to take one end and you're going to bring it up and fold it like so, but you're not going to take it all the way up to this end here. You're going to stop about 1 inch from the end, and it's not rocket science. It's not having to be so perfect or anything like that. All you need to do about 1 inch, and you can just eyeball that. If you've got a little bit of a crease in here, just stick your finger in there and get that to relax a little bit. And then once you've got it in the right position, you can just hit that with the iron again, and I just pop the clapper on again, and that's just going to hold that in place. Did you get all that?
Got it.
Got it? All right, Beck's got it. Did everybody else get it? All right, so, and then you can see that your strip looks like so. So you can see there that I've got the raw edge is not going up to meet this raw edge. It's about 1 inch down from it, and you've got a nice clean edge there. All your other raw edges are all encased in, so there's nothing to worry about there. You're going to repeat that with all 4 strips that you've got. And as I said, I'm working with the blue and red, but I'm not going to actually glue mine together because I actually want them as singular colour. But for tonight's demonstration, I just thought it would be a good idea to have it a bit contrasting, because yeah, you know how it is. You get an idea in your head, and then you go, oh, hang on a minute, I'm putting this on camera, and it might not translate very well. So I've done the blue ones off camera, and I've just got one more to do. And again, you just give it a really good spritz. It's getting a bit difficult there.
seemed like it.
Yeah, it wasn't happy, was it?
Worked fine for me today.
Yeah. It's just not working for me. Fair enough. All right. So again, you just open that up and bring that in. I can, like, out of the corner of my eye. Is that my jacket? Oh no.
No, this is my jacket.
I was going to say. You always come here and wear my purple jacket, and I'm like, it's changed colour. That's why I'm like, is that my jacket? What the hell happened to it?
No, I've got mine on tonight.
Oh, wow. Are you wearing your wardrobe?
Yeah.
Oh, finally. She comes here and goes, oh, I'm cold. I'm like, okay, hang on a minute. I'll go get your jacket.
That's what friends are for.
I've got the heater on tonight, so it's not too cold out here.
It's cold outside.
Yeah. Yeah, I was cold before when I went out. So I got a little bit of cross-stitching done today. I went down, narrowly had dancing this afternoon, and I had to sit there for an hour. So I got a little bit more done. When I first got there, I didn't have my chart in there, so I had to come back home and get my chart. So then I went and got petrol and, you know, killed a couple of birds with a couple of stones, with one stone, and, you know, drove home, got my chart, went and got petrol, got myself drinks, some chips, and then sat there for the next 45 minutes waiting for Narrowly to come out of dancing. So I got a little bit done, which was good. So a little bit more progress. Don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Hiding over there.
Right there.
Yeah.
In plain sight.
In plain sight, yeah. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. All right. So again, just bring that up about an inch from the end, and just you can hit it with the iron again. Oh, all the hoons are out tonight. They've been going off around the back.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah, they've been going off for the last half an hour.
Oh.
Around there. So yeah. So all the hoons are out. So you'll probably hear sirens go past soon, because I'm on the main thoroughfare to where they go. So yeah, it's all happening in downtown Kingaroy.
It's exciting stuff.
It's exciting stuff. So has everybody got a really good view of what's going on with the on camera? It looks like I can see it on my computer, and it looks to be very clear. No, so if everybody else is okay with all that, yeah, perfect, awesome. All right, so now what we're going to do is pass the iron and the ironing board over to Beck, and Beck's going to continue to press hers. So Beck is using this fabric. She's doing contrasting for all of hers, and she's making 3. So she is using, this is a Rosalie Decker fabric, and this is not listed on our website, I don't think yet. We're in the process of putting our fabrics up. This is $10 a metre, not on sale. It is $10 a metre.
That's the normal price.
That is the normal price. So yeah, so that's a lovely colours that she's got, and I think it's very cute. They're little sprockets.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's very cute. So that's what she's going to be making hers out of. So yeah, and I've got the blue and red. Excuse me.
Can you pass me the best press, please?
There's the best press.
Thank you.
All right, so for the next step, we're going to get to this point here. So you can see here that it looks like a little bit of weaving. I've just done one point just to show you what we're going to end up with. So this part is a little bit tricky, and you may have to replay it a couple of times because it is quite difficult to get it to show up on camera. Originally, these were paper strips. You do these with like
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, you would have done them at school with paper or something along those lines at Christmas time. So this is just exactly the same thing, except we're using fabric. So what you're going to do is, and I'm just going to shove over that way just a touch there, Beck.
Shove
and just
me out the way.
move this over just a little.
I'm used to it. You know that.
Bit. Sorry about that. So I'll just move the camera a little bit.
Can I have the clapper, please?
Get out of my way.
Give me the clapper.
Get out of the way. Get out of there.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, we're nuts. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. So basically, what you're going to do, and hopefully I can do it right this time.
Good luck, Nicole.
Yeah, thanks. May the force be with you. Okay, so you've got your strips, and you're going to get your first one, and you're just going to have the fold facing towards you, and then you're going to get a red one, and you are going to basically slip that larger piece underneath there, and that, is that right? Yes, that's right. Oh my goodness. All right, I'll just let you know, I am directionally challenged. Okay.
Oh my God.
Because I'm trying to do it in front of me and watch the camera, and sometimes I balls it up, so to speak. Okay, so you've got a fold facing towards you with the blue one. Hi Benita, thanks for joining us. And then you've got a fold of the other blue one facing away from you, and you are going to pop the red one through the blue one like so. Okay, so basically what it's going to do is it's going to hook onto it. So you can see there that I open it up, put the 2 pieces of the red one into there and fold it over. And you've done, with the red one, you have done that. So you can see there that the blue one is, that you've got the fold at your belly is just sliding through that. Okay, and then you're going to just slide that down so they start to meet. And then you're going to get your other red one and you're going to slide like so. So you're going to open it up and you're going to put the blue one in it, and hopefully everybody can see that, and I'll redo it again to show you so you get it a second time. And you're going to fold that over, and then you're going to take these 2 loose pieces and you're going to slip them through the blue one. So you can see there I've got a little gap and I'm going to slip them through, and then you just slowly bring them together, and to making sure that they are even. And what will happen is that will become tighter and you've basically woven the fabric. Okay, so if you don't want to do it with fabric straight away, you can actually do it with paper, okay, to practice it, and it might be a little bit easier because the fabric is a lot thicker, so that does make it a little bit tricky. Okay, so you can see there that that's nice and secure. All right, so that's all I've done, and you can see there I've made like a little cross, and we've got a little patchwork square fall patch in the center. All right, so I'm going to undo that and I'm going to show you again. So you're going to take your 2 blue ones first, and this is why I decided to do it with contrasting on camera, because it makes it so much easier. You're going to lay it with your short edge on top and the fold facing towards your belly. And then you're going to take your second blue one with the fold facing away from you, your short edge on top. Then you're going to take your red one with the short edge on top again, and you are going to place the blue one inside that. And then you're going to open this blue one and place that red one in there like so. We have a little visitor coming where the door has just cracked. Yeah, you can go and jump into bed, sweetie. Ask Ray to put you to sleep. She'll put you to bed. No, do you want a kiss? Sorry, guys. You want a kiss?
That's nice.
Yeah. I love you, sweetie. You have sweet dreams, okay? Take fingers out of your mouth. Say, no. She wants to go to bed. Ray, would you be able to put it?
Go.
That's right, you go. It's fine. She's... Okay, Ray, sit on the couch. She's a bossy 3-year-old. Okay, so you've basically what you've done now is you've put that red one into our blue one. Okay, and then you're going to take this one here and you're going to put the blue one into the red, and it moved on me again. And you're going to take these loose ends just here and you're going to put them through the loop of that blue one just there. Okay, so hopefully that will make all sense. And you need more spray on it, do you?
No, it's okay.
What's wrong?
He just doesn't want to play the game, so I'll just do it slowly.
Okay.
I'll get there.
All right. It's all right. You can watch it on the replay, Beck.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I can hear the 3-year-old going off a dial in there. Don't know where my hubby is, and if he's watching right now, where are you? Come home, help. 3-year-old is being a terrorist. All right. Okay, so now you want to make that nice and secure. And just pull one at a time and just hold it, and it'll become nice and secure. See, and you can see there that that's not going to fall off or fall apart. Now, the next part, what I like to do is just grab a Wonder Clip and just hold it in place, because we're going to manipulate the fabric a little bit. And these are just the only time you really use them, so that's just going to hold that in place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip it over, and we are going to take our long piece and fold that over towards us, and we're just going to go in a circle. Okay, and then we're going to take our red one and fold it over, and you can just remove your wonder clips as you're going, and then we fold that one over, and then our last one we're going to tuck into our blue one here, which we'll just have to loosen off a bit, and we're just going to bring that loop through and grab that and bring it through like so, and then just secure that in place. Now don't stress if this is uneven, like your ends are uneven, that is fine. There is plenty of fabric there to cut off. We don't need much more after this point, so there will be a little bit of waste. Excuse me. And all I'm doing right now is just securing that into place. Okay, so then we've just created a 4 patch. So now we've got the 4 patch on the back and we've got the 4 patch on the front. All right, so that's where we were at. We're going to flip that back over, and then we're going to get one of our triangles, and we are going to, no, I've flipped it the wrong way, sorry. Leave it, don't flip it over. Oh my goodness, I am having a shocker of a day. So we're going to fold that like so, and this is where we're going to create our points. So basically take it, fold it towards you, press it if you have to, then flip it. Okay, so now your point is facing on the opposite side, and you can see here we've got 3 of the pieces. You're going to bring that, so you're going to fold it, and this is a little bit tricky. With the fabric it's a little bit thicker, and you're going to fold it to make a triangle. Okay, so you can see there I've just made a triangle. Excuse me. And you can see here I've got a excess, plenty of fabric there that is excess. So you can get your scissors at this point, and what I like to do is just trim it off so it's in line with that fabric, so I can just discard that piece. And now what you're going to do is you're going to just, and I just use my scissors for this, I just lift the red fabric up a little bit. So whatever fabric you've got there that's contrasting, I just lift that up a bit just to make it a little bit looser so it's easier to get this little tail in there. And what I'm going to do is fold that triangle back on itself. And I'll bring this up closer to the camera so you can see it. So you can see there that I've folded it on itself. So it was like this. Let's see if I can do it mid-air. Okay, so we've folded it like so, and you can see there we've got the triangle. And now you've got this open piece here. That's where you're going to fold it. Okay, and then you've made a little triangle like so. So that's the point of your star. But you've got this tail here, and that's why I've lifted up that red fabric prior to doing it, because now I can just pinch that triangle, and I can just grab my scissors or a chopstick or whatever I'm using, and I can just poke that in underneath there, and then I can pull that tail closed. Now, as I said, I'm not going to glue mine. At this point, I would put a little bit of glue, and I will show you how to glue it once Beck's ready to go. And she's to the point where we're gluing. So you can see there that that's all folded, and that little tail is secured in there, but I don't want this to come apart. So what I would do is put a little bit of basic glue in there and then press it with the iron, and that's going to secure it in place. Now you don't want that tail from that point to come out past this little red square here. So you just want to keep that all in and secure and hidden away and no raw edges. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm continue on with that. Just make sure that that's nice and tight. And I might just put a pin in there just to hold it in place for me, so it doesn't fall apart because I'm not gluing. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to do the folding of the star again. So this time I've got the blue one, and I'm going to fold that away from this point here. So I'm making the opposite to this point. Okay, and then once you've done that first part of the triangle, you flip it again. Okay, and then you bring that down. So can you see that? Can you bring that a little bit closer, Beck? Can you zoom that for me? Oh, not that close. There you go. Is that a good angle? Yeah. Okay, so you can see there that I've got that tail of fabric. So I folded it away, flipped it over, and now I've got that down. So it is a tricky one. This is for the older kids. It just, yeah, you just got to be aware that it's not super easy. Now, normally I would press this with a little iron or with the iron that Beck's using, but because she's using it, I am just finger pressing it at the moment. And then what I do is, again, I grab my scissors and I trim that excess away, making sure I don't cut anything else. Okay, and then this time, have I done that wrong? Yes, I have. I've done that wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, yep. Give me a kiss. And a cuddle. I'll pop you home. Love you. No, no.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Come on, sweetie.
I'll see you in the morning, okay? All right, so we're putting that away. I did it on the wrong side. Sorry, I'm very distracted. So we've got our first one. We've put that under there. So then you fold it away from yourself and then you flip it over. I flipped it over first. Okay, and then bring it down on itself. I do apologise for that. You will get it. I'm going to do this like for every point. So hopefully I'll get it by the end too.
Hopefully.
I do know what I'm doing. I really do. Again, I'm just going to loosen off that red one just so I can slip this tail in. And then I'm going to fold it over on itself. And if you feel more comfortable working with a longer tail and then trimming off, I'll show you what you can do for that. Okay, so my little tail's in there and I'm just holding it with my finger. So you can see I've just slid it into there and then I just grab that red one and pull that down and that secures it in place. And again, I'll just grab a pin. As I said, I would normally put glue in there, but I'm not gluing it today.
Do you want me to zoom the camera out?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Excuse me.
There you go.
All right, so you can see there that you've got two little points there and they're secured in. So, and once you put the glue in, that just secures it in place for good, basically. So yeah, so that's pretty much how it's done. And then you just continue going around. So making sure that you're going the right way. And
Hi, Lisa.
I've lost my place where I was at. This one I'm at. All right, so again, I'm just going to...
Lisa, are you new to the channel? Have you seen Lisa's name before? I haven't.
No, I don't think I have. So one, yep, that's right. Okay, so you're going to, again, create your little triangle point of your star. You're going to flip it over and then you're going to fold it on itself. And this time I'm not going to trim it up like I did last time. I'll show you what I do. So again, I loosen off the, excuse me, the one that it's going under. I fold it over and you can see I've got that long tail. And what I can do now is I can just hold that with my finger. And I need to be left-handed for this craft.
Oh,
for this side of the I'm just trying to get it to press down properly. So create your triangle. So you can see there I've created the triangle and then I'm going to fold it on itself and then I'm just going to hold that there with that hand and you can see here I've got this excess fabric so I can make the loop a little bit easier to a bit bigger and I can put that through under like so and then I can secure that down in place. I don't know if you can see that or not. This is just if you're not comfortable working with the smaller tail of the triangle. So I've secured that in place and I've got this excess here. So what I can do now is I can just get very close, pull it down a little bit and then just trim that off and then fix my triangle up. So you can see there it's given me a little bit extra to work with and it's not going to fall apart. You add your glue in now And then you're good to go to your next one. All right. And then you just keep working your way around. So again, you make the triangle away, so you're making your points. Flip it over. Bring it down. Trim off your excess or not, it's up to you. I like to trim my excess off. It's a little bit easier for me to work with that smaller stuff. Make your loop a little bit loose, if it will allow you to.
When it wants to play the game.
When it wants to play the game. And then just pop that underneath like so. And you can see there, it just tucks in nicely. I can't even see if it's working on camera because I'm not looking. Excuse me. So there you go. So you can see there that we've already got 2 of our sides done. And we just keep working our way around. Ow, got myself with a pin.
Well, that wasn't smart.
Well, I didn't say I was smart.
No, I know that.
Be careful now, Beck. I'll get Savannah out here.
Yeah, I know you will.
I'll bring out my weapon. No, it's all right. Just stay there. It's fine. What was that, sorry? Yeah. I said I'll bring out my weapon, Savannah. Oh, it doesn't matter. You missed it. Sorry. For those that are new here, Savannah's off in the background. All right. So it is a little bit fiddly to do, but the effect is just, I like it. I love it. I think it's great.
Oops, sorry. I bumped you.
Thanks, Beck.
You should have seen the look I got. Oh my God.
Yeah, this thing can spring apart at any moment. All right, so just loosen off that piece. It doesn't want to play with me tonight. More thumbs.
It's looking good. Looking very good. I like this.
You like this?
Yeah.
I don't know where I was reaching for, but apparently the pins are over there. All right. And again, we just keep going around until we've created the star. And it is easier if you use the iron. It is definitely easier to use the iron when you're folding your stars. It gives you a crisper point as well. And you don't want to cut your tail too short either, because that will give you all sorts of grief. You definitely want to have something to work with. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Get in there. There we go. Just playing funny buggers, that one was. All right.
2 to go.
Yep. So it doesn't take too long. And you can see there that, like, I don't have to necessarily secure them with the pins. It will stay in there. But while I'm fiddling around with it, I just don't want it to fall apart. So, yeah. And I don't go all the way through. I'm just pinning it to that that top one there. So, am I going the right way? Yes. You've got to be able to tuck, like if you get a little bit lost with the direction or anything like that, you've got to be able to tuck that tail into something. So if I was to come, like if I was to start on this side and then I'd end up finishing over here, I can't tuck it anywhere because this is a sealed part here. So I know that if I get lost or I've walked away from it or anything like that and I'm back to a point, I want to make sure that when I'm folding it, that when I flip it over, I'm going to come to a spot where I can tuck it in. Okay, so if you do get lost, just remember that you've got to be able to tuck your tail in. And that's sort of how I remember where I'm up to, because I get disturbed all the time, especially with the 3-year-old. She's always coming in and out of the craft room and distracting me and asking me for Vegemite toast. Her and her Vegemite toast. She's going to turn into Vegemite toast. I hope everybody can hear the audio okay, because we don't have any of our headphones or anything in tonight.
No, we didn't test.
Yeah. Okay, that's that one. Let's get that to sit in there a bit better.
Last one.
All right, you reckon you can handle that, Beck? All right, off you go. Let's go. She's catching flies. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this cough is terrible, I'll tell you.
I didn't see the start, so I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to bring yours over and show you how to do it. Okay, so we're on our last one. Because we're going to do one of yours, because I'm going to show them how to glue it.
Okie dokie.
Now this last one can be a little bit tricky to get in. So, who just dropped in?
Margie Hart.
Hi Margie, how you going? Oh, we're on for a couple of hours yet. We've only been on for 45 minutes. So, well, there you go, ladies. It only takes about half an hour to make one, because that's sort of in real time.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, I had 2 strips prepped, but realistically, real time, that's pretty much it, 45 minutes. So, you know, cut a heap of strips and you can sit there watching a TV show and you can make a whole heap of little decorations for yourself, for your tree. You could make them for friends, because once you glue them, these aren't going to come apart.
No, like your other ones, your golden
Yeah,
white
my
ones.
golden white ones, they're glued, so they are hard pressed to come apart, so you can see there. Okay, and this is just golden white fabric that I had, some Christmas fabric that I had. So at this point in time, that's my last one that's gone in. I will normally give that a really good press to secure everything in place and make sure that the glue is dry. And that's it. That is your little star. So you can see, so you can hang them on the tree like this, or you can hang them on the tree like so. Now to add the bit on the, like to secure everything in place so you can hang it on the tree, basically all I use is embroidery floss. So, excuse me, I'm just trying to think, some embroidery floss. We might use some white embroidery floss for this one, because that'll pick up on camera pretty well. Oh God, Mia grabbed it the other day and just like chucked everything in.
Oh no.
And I'm like, ha 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 ha, really? Okay, right. Okay, so we've got some embroidery floss there. Chuck that in there. Get rid of all our scraps. I did have the bin here somewhere.
I moved it.
Oh, thanks. Can you bring the bin back then? Thank you.
I was making some room.
Yeah, just sit on here. All right. Okay, so I will do it on the white one. So I get about, I don't know, that's probably what, about 8 inches of embroidery floss, maybe 10, depending how low you want to hang. Oh, excuse me. I'm just like dying here. And I just grab a needle. I'm just going to use I think this might go through okay. Nope.
No.
No, no, no. That's not going to go here. Oh, there they are. All right, so I'm just going to get a sharp. Maybe not. Something with a big eye in it. Something sharp. Ah, that one was sharp. Stab me in the finger. The eye of it's too small though. All right. Stop laughing, Savannah. And I'm not going to use the 6 strands of the embroidery floss. So this is stranded embroidery floss. I'm actually just going to split it in half. So take 3 of those 6. And then I'm just going to thread my needle, and I'm a licker. I like to lick my threads. And I'm just going to take both ends through to create a little loop. just joined us, I'm just saying hello.
Oh, Lisa said hello again.
Yep. Okay, so, oh, did I just pull that out? No, I didn't. Oh, thank God for that.
Lucky.
Oh no, it's almost there. I just pulled it out.
Start again.
Okay. So I'm just folding it in half. And you probably want about 10 inches, I reckon. 8 to 10 inches. And then I'm just going to try and thread that. I don't know where my needle threader is. That's the problem. As I said, Mia was out here the other day and a lot of stuff has gone MIA. Okay, so I've just got a loop at one end and my cut ends have gone through the needle. So can you see that? So I've got a loop at one end and the needle's threaded. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the center here. Okay, and I'm just going to come up, get that through, pull it through. Hopefully they've all gone through. Make sure my raw ends have gone through. Just keep pulling that. It's a nice sharp needle. And then I'm just going to go back through the loop. I don't know who it is. And I'm just going to secure that in place.
I can't see anyone.
I can't see anybody either.
They normally just open the door.
And then I'm just going to create a knot at the end. So I just done a little knot there, and then who is it?
It's probably one of mine.
Yeah, it is one of yours.
Yes.
Oh, it's Dustin. No wonder we couldn't see him. He's too short.
Yes, Dustin.
Okay, and that's basically it. You've just put the embroidery floss in, and then you've created a little hanging.
Wow.
I love it. Whenever Mia comes out to see something and I'm making a quilt, she comes out and she goes, "Beautiful, Mima, beautiful," and touches it. Dustin comes out and just goes, "Wow." I love it. I love it. All right, so that's it, your little star. So that's all. That is as simple as it is. It looks a little bit tricky. It is a little bit hard to show you on camera, but that you get the idea of it. And then you've got a cute little star to hang on the Christmas tree, and that won't come apart. Once it's glued, it won't come apart. Do you want that? There you go.
Use your words.
Thank you.
And I've just given that to Dustin. So yeah.
Oh, I don't want that. Take that back to the lounge room.
Yeah.
See you later.
See ya. Bye. Alrighty, so I'm going to show Beck how to do it again. Okay, so we're going to start again. Alright, so to start it, you're going to have the fold towards you, okay, on the blue one, and then a fold away from you.
Yes.
Okay.
So the shorter bit is sitting on top.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Okay. And then this one is going to go, you're going to open the short and you're going to place that in there. Okay, and bring it to there. And then this short edge, the blue one, is going to get lifted up and they're going to go in there.
Okay.
So you can see there how it's sort of starting to interlock. All right. And then this one, you do the same thing. So open your short end and you place the blue one in there. And then these two ends, look how quick I got it now.
I know. You're like a pro.
I'm like a pro. An hour ago, not so much. So basically now you've got a little four patch and it's interlocking, so you're weaving.
Oh, I could have been ironing more.
Yeah, you could have been.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, well, I've got to make another thing, so yeah. Okay, so you just, as I said, you just make sure that it is secure. So that's all secure. I'm not going to pull that apart again. Okay, so your short ends are all facing up. Okay, now you're going to, now that that's nice and secure, you don't necessarily have to use the Wonder Clips. And to be honest, I don't use the Wonder Clips because I always forget. Because you only use them for that first flip. Okay, but that's not going to go anywhere. There's enough, excuse me, starch in that, and that's secure enough. So just flip it over, and that's it.
Okay.
Okay, then place your fingers on top, and then starting from the top, you're going to fold that over, and you're going to take this long one over and fold it over, and then you're going to take this long one, not both of them, just the long one, and you're going to fold that over. Okay, and then this one here on this side, the first one that you folded over, you're just going to loosen that off a bit, and you're going to take this long one and you're going to slip that through there.
And that secures all of them down?
That will secure all of them together. Okay, and don't worry, as I said, don't worry if they're not completely even. Okay, because you do have excess, and you don't want to pull it so tight that it does this. Okay, you want the squares to be even. Okay, so you just gently secure it into place. You know, and as I said, it does not matter if these ends are equal because you're cutting those excess bits off. The strips are longer, so you've got plenty to work with. Okay, so you just want to make sure that it's relatively even. You know, for someone such as yourself that gets pedantic, let it go.
Just let it go. A struggle.
It doesn't have to be even. You're cutting it off.
Yeah, okay.
So if it's, as long as you've got enough to work with, like when you're cutting it off, why would you want to make it super even if you're cutting it off?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like logically speaking, it's a waste of time, you know, like to get that pedantic. So, sorry, I have to have a word to Beck every now and again because she wrecks her journey and then she doesn't do it.
Look, that's too tight because it's a little bit of a...
Yeah, that's why
I didn't iron it properly. That's my...
And you know what? You're not even going to see that in the end.
Okay, see, that's my pedanticness coming. Don't roll your eyes at me.
Oh, I rolled my eyes and pulled a face. Didn't just roll the eyes, I pulled the face too. Excuse me. Alrighty, so that's that.
Okay.
Do you know what to do next?
No.
No? Okay, good on you. All right, so now we're going to start creating our points. So we take one and we fold it. Okay, so if we were going to fold over this way, I don't think we could get through there. I'll just have to double check. Do I have to flip it? Yes, I do. Have to flip it first. Flip.
Flip it.
So we're going this way? No, I was right the first time.
I thought you were afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, right, okay. We'll go with that. And then you flip it. And then you fold it. And I did it again. Okay. You can tell that I'm not well. I'm just so not on the ball. I'm just going to go with my gut feeling on this one. And we're going to fold it and flip it. And look at that. We've got it. All right, so we fold it down. Okay?
Yes.
All right. And can everybody see this? Are everybody leaving us? Probably think this woman doesn't know what she's talking about. This is a Friday night, so it's not very formal or anything like that. So we've got that bit there that, remember I said you've got to be able to tuck it in. Okay, so you want to fold that over. And this is where I trim it because I don't like working with that extra long bit. And all I do is I have my scissors that are going along the edge of that.
Yes.
Okay.
I see that.
Yep. And just trim. Okay, and chuck that in the bin. And then I just pinch it. You know, you might find it easier to whack a wonder clip on this because you're left-handed. That might help you as well. So that's for anybody else as well. If you're left-handed or you're struggling or you're like me and you've got chubby little fingers, you see the triangle's going to stay there so you can manipulate that then. So, you know, it just, whatever you're comfortable with. And I just push that down. And even though that piece is hanging out there, we can trim that away because this is not secured in place yet.
Yep.
Okay, so I just hold that there and make sure that my triangle, and sometimes your triangle, like you've got to remember, you've got 6 layers of fabric coming into this point. Your points are not going to be perfect every time.
And it's fabric.
And it's fabric, yeah. So you can try and manipulate it as much as you can. You know, just ironing it also helps, and also pressing it like I am with the scissors right now. Putting the clapper on it will also help as well.
Yep.
And then you just secure that in place to give it a bit of a tug. That's not going to go anywhere. I'm not even going to worry about trimming this off yet But this is where I put the glue in. So
Stop wiggling. Off you go.
So I've got this little mini one, and we've got these on our website as well. They're under haberdashery, and basically what you do is you just put in 1 or 2 little drops, and then you press it with the iron, and that will secure it in place. So where you have put that little tail in, you just want to put a little squirt of glue in there, and you don't need a lot, just a tiny little bit, and then you just press it with the iron.
The cord's getting me.
And that will secure it in place, because the iron is actually going to, he's not liking it because Brendan's in there.
Oh.
Brendan's probably bossing them around. Brendan's home now, so he's bossing them around, and it's gone awfully quiet in there. All the terrorists have left. Of course, Poppy and Daddy's home. So you can see there that that's now glued into place, and it is, so I'll show you the difference. See, mine is just pinned into place, so I can turn it, I want to make mine all blue and all red. So I haven't glued mine in place, I just pinned it in place. And it won't come apart because it is pretty secure, but you can see here that it is a lot neater when you glue it into place. You know, you might need to put a little bit extra in there towards the end, and you can see that it's a nice, crisp little triangle. Right.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, the glue does make a big difference. I just don't want mine to be glued together yet. So, because it's
But even the ironing.
yeah, the ironing makes a big difference, and you were hogging the iron, so I couldn't do it with mine.
I'm
So,
sorry.
excuse me. So you can see here that we've got that little bit of excess raw fabric there, so we need to get that out. So basically all you're going to do is just, it's not glued down this end, so you can actually just bring that back a little bit. So you can see there I've rolled that back, and then I'm just going to get the scissors and just snip off that excess, and it was just on an angle, so get rid of that, and then I can secure that back into place. And you know, you can put a little bit of fray check or something on there, but you shouldn't need it. It's all going to be tucked up in there, and you can put a little bit at this point. You can just push that up, and then when you're finished doing the whole thing, you can go back around and you can just put a little bit of glue in there as well, and that'll hold it in place. But do it at the end, don't do that beforehand. All right, so and then you just start working your way around the circle. So circle, square, triangle, star.
Many choices of words you can use.
Yeah, you didn't iron those properly.
I know.
What's wrong with you? You're normally really good with irons.
I know.
Okay.
I'm so experienced. This it's like a lanyard.
I know. Like, what's going on with you?
I don't know. You know.
All right. So again, we've come around where we've got that little bit, and you can just loosen it off if you need to. I just trim mine up. And as you can see, by hitting it with the iron, it just helps to manipulate it a little bit better. All right, so we fold that over on itself. And then we just tuck that in. And then I'm going to hand it over to you, Beck, to keep going.
So I have to take over?
Yep, you're going to, well, you don't have to explain it, but you're going to.
I know that.
Yeah. You're going to keep going.
Okay.
And so what does everybody think of the star? Those that are still with us? All right. I can't hide that.
That's okay.
And I've already glued the other one, so you're going to sort of have to live with it.
That's okay. Nothing's perfect.
Oh, God, you're so full of it.
I knew you'd like that one.
You are so full of it. Man, you want to hear what she says to me when we're here? When she's crafting away, and she's like, oh, it's not perfect. And I just look at her and go, oh my God, I can't even see it. And I know I've got glasses and all, but so does she, Mrs. Magoo over here. Look at that. How good am I? Oh, I fixed your error.
Why, thank you.
So there you go. And if you want to, you can put a little bit of glue in here, but it's not necessary. That's just overkill.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't need to. Well, I mean, you can, but I wouldn't bother. But I will because I know you're gonna.
She knows me.
No, well, it is actually unnecessary.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to do it because
Okay,
it's not
well-
going to fall apart.
Why are you doing it then?
Because I know that you're going to do it. And you'll forget those too. Okay. Done.
Okay.
To-do.
Let's see if I can do this now.
All right. So we've done mine. I'm going to have a drink before I choke. Oh, that's so good.
Do I flip it?
You're doing this one.
Okay.
Flipping it. Folding it.
Okay.
And then flipping it back over because that's where you're going to tuck it.
Yep.
Okay.
Thought so.
So I'll let you watch her from the side there. They'll be watching to see if you do it properly. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to make our little winter hat, which mine looks like, I don't know, it's had an explosion at the top of it. Like, that's not a pom-pom on it or anything like that. It's super quick and easy to make. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to get a toilet, I don't know what I was going to call it then.
I don't know what you would.
I'm in a bad way, people. I'm in a bad way.
It's okay.
Alrighty, so Shell loves the star, which is good. Susan loves it. Carol loves it. Dawn says it's fantastic. So Beck's getting a start on it. We were talking today in the Finish It Friday. So if you haven't seen the Finish It Friday, you'll have to go back and watch it. We were talking about Christmas stuff. And we were talking about Beck's tree will be naked when her kids leave home. So she has to get cracking and making some Christmas decorations.
Look, I've started.
Yeah, so she started tonight. And she's pretty excited about this. Like when I showed her what it was, she's like, oh yeah, that's so cool.
I've been waiting weeks for this.
So basically, you're going to go and get an empty toilet roll holder. And you're going to cut it into little rings about an inch, 3/8 of an inch to an inch, okay? There's no direct measurement on that. And then what you're going to do is you are going to grab some of your yarn, and I've got a whole bundle of it here, and I can't find the end. I don't even know where the end went. I had it earlier.
Oh, I thought I just saw it over there.
There we go. This is getting better. All right, so basically what you're going to do when you find your end, there it is, you're going to cut quite a few of these. So you're going to cut them at 10 inches, okay? You can cut them at between 8 and 10 is the correct size for it. This was cut at 10 and then I trimmed it down, okay? So this is one that you're going to have to do with the kids because when we get to a certain point, it will be a two-person job. It just makes it a little bit easier to turn it into a little snow hat. And I was looking, I've got some buttons and everything. I couldn't find them though. I must have put them away. I've got little snowflake buttons and I was going to put some glue some snowflake buttons on it as well. Maybe just one and I've got little snowman and stuff like that. So after I've done these, I'm gonna go hunting for them over the weekend and then I'll be able to show you next Friday the finished result. But we're just going to do the basics for now. So if you do have any penguins or little bears or any Christmas themed buttons that you can hot glue onto these, they work out really well and the kids really love doing that. You can also you can also get glitter glue and you can put some little glitter glue on the tips of them to dress them up. So yeah, because I've done it right-handed, so you might have to go the opposite way to me, hun. No, that's all right, don't stress.
Oh, not stressing.
Yeah, that's okay. You've got to just remember that your tail's got to be able to tuck under, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it all the time, don't worry about it. And I'm sure the ladies, when they go to make theirs, or if they're not already making them, they'll have the same issue as well.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we're all directional challenged in one way or another.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Until you get your
bearings on
bearings.
it. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Okay, so basically yeah, you can dress these up. I didn't dress it up. I'm just going to show you the basics. But as I said, you can get some glitter glue and you can put it onto the tips of the beanie, or you can add some Christmas themed buttons or something like that. You can always put a little strip of those mini pom-poms that you get. Yeah, so you can do all that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is what we're going to make. So I'll sit that there so you can see what it is.
I'm just getting my bearings in my head.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just going to stay out of it. Okay, so you're going to take your toilet roll and you're going to cut it. You can usually get 4 to 5 out of it. So I've pre-cut these, and I'm going to start cutting some of my, when I find my scissors, of my strands of fabric. So just about 8 to 10 inches for fabric. That is wool. And
You've moved on to a new project.
I'm on wool now. Alrighty, so yeah, we just keep doing that. Hi Linda, thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. where she is. She's got a coffee and ready to wash her antics. Awesome. I don't know.
A great start to the day.
Yeah, fully. Hearing our voices. Oh. Jeez. But thank you very much for joining. So glad that you're here. So how many have we got on tonight? We've got 10 at the moment. We've had a few more, and then some have dropped off, and I'm sure that a few more will catch the replay. Probably going to need about 30 of these. I don't know what I'm up to. I've got a few to make, so it doesn't really matter. And you can do a little production line of this with the kids. You just cut one at the 10 inches, and then you just just lay it on top, and you can see how quick I'm cutting it. And oh, it's very elasticy, this yarn.
Oh, watch where you're poking those scissors.
Sorry, man. I forget that you're here. No, sorry.
Like totally lost.
So for Linda that's just joined us, we made these little fabric folded scarves.
Where are you?
I'm having a shocker. Okay, stars. They're Scandinavian folded stars. They're normally made with paper, but we're making them with fabric. And Beck is over here being directionally challenged over to the side of the camera, trying to work out which way she's going. I've shown her what to do, and I'm not going to interfere, because if I interfere, she won't get to where she needs to go. So she'll have to watch the replay.
I will. You joked about that before, but I think I need to.
Where are you? Do you want me to interfere or not? No? Okay. No. See, I get in trouble if I interfere. She just likes me to show, and then she does it herself. So, and who am I to argue with that? Yeah, so you want about 30 of these, maybe more, maybe 40. I don't know. I didn't actually count. I've never actually counted.
You just make it.
I just make them. The kids really like making these. I've done these with little kids, and generally they need an adult to do it. Because it is a little bit of fine motor skills and stuff like that. But the 5-year-olds and up can pretty much handle it themselves. 5 to 8 still might need a little bit of help. But yeah, it's just a good Christmas craft. A few of you, oh God, I'm not even going to try and get that knot out. A few of you said that you like doing Christmas crafts with the kids, and I thought, well, this would be a good one to do with them.
Can I borrow? Thank you.
Still, you've got your own scissors now. I gave you a set, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Your Tim Holtz one.
That's right.
She just likes using my Kai scissors. Because she's got a daughter named Kai. That's the only reason why. Isn't it?
Yep. True. Because she was going to have a name whether she was a boy or girl.
Yeah, I've got a son named Kai. And, get this, both born on the same day. 17th of February.
Yep.
I have a Kai, she has a Kai. I have a boy, she has a girl, and they're both born on the same day. Now, I'm cutting a few extra because I'm actually making a couple of these for the tree. And then I'll make a couple more with the kids, so, yeah.
I'm going to trim this a little bit more.
Yep.
Ooh, I like these scissors.
Yeah, just leave them out. Don't worry about putting the thing on them.
Nope.
You're going to need them again.
Yes, of course.
Alrighty. So I might need some more fabric. So, fabric. I mean, yarn.
It's okay, Nicole. You'll get there.
It's been a long day.
It has been. This is the biggest day you've had since you've been sick.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been in bed by 6:30 every night. Alrighty, so all you're going to do now, this is how simple this is. You're basically just going to get a strand of yarn, not fabric, yarn, okay, and you're just going to match up your cut ends, and so you've got a loop. And then all you're going to do is you're going to put those cut ends through, so the circle of toilet roll, the toilet roll is through there, and then you're just going to take your raw ends through that loop and create a slip knot, just like so. Okay, and then you're just going to leave it like that. Then you're just going to repeat that all the way around.
An idea.
I thought of an idea too. You should go and sit on the couch.
Off you go.
No,
Yes.
a different one. What about you make like one of those things out of cup pins, but a Christmas thing? Changs on your Christmas.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Next time you're here and I'm not on, that we're not live, you can show me what you're talking about, and I'll get all the stuff together, and then we can make it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is that all right?
No, not now.
How can you show me? I don't have it, do I? All right, go get it. Hurry up. So you can see there that I've joined 2 on there, so it's looks like 4 strands of fabric. Oh, okay. So what Dustin was talking about, at the moment here in Australia, Woolworths is celebrating the Lion King, and they have these things called ushies, and they feel like rubber, and I think they actually go on the end of pencils.
Stop jumping.
Stop jumping. Things will fall off the shelf. And apparently they make pencils horribly off balance. But what
I didn't know they were for ends of pencils.
Yeah, they have.
Oh, there you go.
they have holes, Mum. Jeez.
Oh,
So what Dustin was saying is maybe I can put a thread through the top and hang it off the Christmas tree. That's a really good idea, mate. Okay,
Awesome.
we'll have to work on that another time. And I don't think now Mia is going to let you use her ushies.
Like a cotton one.
Yeah,
A cotton.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing this right, but
Thanks, Dustin. Shut the door, please, mate. Savannah, can you shut the door, please? Oh, no, it's already did it. Kids, mate, kids. So again, you just got the raw edges and you've got that loop. You put them through and you just slip it over. So you can see how super simple that is. And then you just butt the yarn up so you've got that nice smooth edge, and you continue doing that all the way around. So what is everybody else going to be up to today? We're going to bed after this. And for most of your day is just starting. I know for Shell, her day is almost over herself because she's 2 hours, so it's almost 10:30 where Shell is. So you're saying what, you got it? Are you having trouble still?
no,
She wouldn't admit it if she was.
no, she wouldn't. She would never do that.
So they don't have to be even at the ends either. So you can see there that that's all uneven, but we're going to trim that up anyway. But you just want to make sure that you secure that, but you don't want to secure it so tight that it crushes the bottom. And you, as I said, you just keep doing that. This is how simple it is.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
I love watching this procedure. Like, it's just great. Do you want some help back? No? Do
No.
you want some help back? No. And then eventually it's like, oh, okay, can I have some help?
Yeah, I do eventually give in.
Okay, so if your toilet roll holder is really old like mine, it might, in the inside, you might get a little bit that will curl up. So just trim that off because that'll just grab your yarn every time. And we just keep going. So what is bedtime after the live? Yeah. So what have you been working on, Shell? Still working with your lovely embroidery machine? Did you took that over to New Zealand, didn't you?
Where am I putting the glue? Just in there?
Yeah, just in there.
Okie dokie.
Yep. You only need like a little dot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't need a lot. It's just to secure it. And there's all different glues that you can use. It's just a personal preference. I just like these are never going to be washed, so it's never going to fall apart in the washing machine. It's never going to be wet. They're going to be put away, you know, in a Ziploc bag or, you know, in a secure location. And they're not going to get dirty or anything like that. They're up for a couple of weeks a year. So the basic glue to me is the logical choice. I don't have to worry about it having to sit for 24 hours. I know that the iron will dry it, and yeah, it's all good to go.
She's all good. Let's see.
So I'm just covering it. And you can use green, you can use white, you can...
Oh, yeah.
You can mix it up. I thought I had some green wool here, but I couldn't find it. But in saying that, I've also got 2 tubs of scrap wool that we use for this sort of thing. The kids, I often get stuff gifted to me and that for the kids, so I did. It's a bit sad at the moment. I broke the needle holder and not sure where to get it fixed because I live in the sticks. Yeah, that makes it hard. Maybe see if there's a mobile sewing machine guy that can come and fix it. You know how like we live in the sticks too. So yeah, you might be able to get a mobile guy. That's who I usually get to come and fix my machines, is Greg from So Help Me. He's great. I've been working with him fixing my machines when they've needed it for the last almost 10 years now, because he used to come to the shop that I worked at.
Oh, yes.
And whatnot. So yeah. So for those that are new here, because we have a couple of new people here, basically what this is just an informal craft night, and we just sort of carry on.
This is our normal everyday antics.
Yeah.
But we're doing it live.
Yeah, we hang poo poo caca on each other. I need to continue putting my Anita Giz, I don't know how to say it, her Anita embroidery designs in my online library. I'm on February 2017. You've got a while to go there.
Whoa.
Carol. So you can see how this little one here is just super easy. It just you just continue doing it, and it's sort of a little bit repetitive as well. But you can see how this would help the kids with their motor skills, fine motor skills, because they've got to create that loop. They've got to thread it through the circle, then they've got to take the ends through the loop and then pull it tight. So it's a good little learning for the little ones as well. I've done these sort of things in like Girl Guide situations and stuff like that. So I don't even know where I've seen this.
It's very cute.
Because I used to be, for those that don't know, I used to be a Girl Guide leader out in the boondocks where I lived. About an hour from Kingaroy. I started it up out there because there was nothing out there and there was a lot of girls out there. I couldn't get any of the dads to come on board to start the scouts, because I was going to start scouts because here scouts is for both boys and girls, but Girl Guides is only for girls. And because I couldn't get any males, most of the farmers out there were too busy, because it was a farming district and stuff like that. So it was really hard to get the men to commit to stuff like that on a weekly basis because they were super busy, and that's understandable. But we ended up opening up a branch of Girl Guides out there, and subsequently I moved away, so I'm no longer a Girl Guide leader, and they didn't need one in here at the time, and so my qualifications have now lapsed. But we did a lot of little crafts like this with the girls, because there you go, Beck made a star. All right, 2 to go. Off you go. Can you cut out that other one for me though before you start?
Sure can.
Thank you. So yeah, we've got something, a little bit of something for everybody. So these ones obviously are no-sew ones, these first ones. The last one is actually going to be a sewing one. Whether we get it done or not, I don't know. Actually, we're probably not going to get it done, so I'll have to leave it for another tutorial. But everybody we'll leave it because it's already 8:30.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to leave it. We'll just finish doing this one. You can continue on with your stars. But we will still give it away as a giveaway. Yes, we will do
Okay.
that. All right, so for those that have just joined us late, we do have a giveaway. It is only open for the people that are on the live. It will not be continuing on. We were going to make this, but we are going to run out of time. So I'm going to leave it for the giveaway will still happen, but I'm going to leave the pattern for an online, a live tutorial. So I'll probably do that in a week or two. Because I mean, let's face it, we're almost up to the silly season, so now is the time to start doing our crafts and everything, and getting ready to, you know, make our gifts and stuff like that. These stars would make a beautiful gift for a friend, a nice handmade ornament. It's a no-sew ornament as well, so that's always
Thank you.
good thing. I won't throw that away.
No, don't throw that.
Excuse me. The pattern is super cute, and it's and it's going to go together pretty quick. There's no lining in it. The cotton, it calls for fabric, an outer fabric, and it calls for some batting. Don't say the sizes. So it calls for some cotton batting and some fabric in red or whatever colour. And that says thin batting. So the thinner the better. So I've got a low loft batting here that I'm going to use. It's quite thin, and basically the batting actually becomes the fur on the top of the boot. So, but I'm going to do it as a tutorial. I'll have more patterns in when I do it, and that way, if you want to grab the pattern, you can grab the pattern. The pattern is only $5 as well. So yeah, I won't be giving any of the dimensions out or anything like that when I do the live tutorial. So to make it, you will have to purchase the pattern. But I mean, realistically, how cute would that be on your Christmas table?
Yeah.
Having your cutlery sitting in those little booties.
So cute.
It's so cute in the little stocking.
Very cute.
So the lucky winner of that pattern will be able to craft along with us on that particular week. So it won't be this Wednesday coming, because that's our next live tutorial. Well, the live tutorial on Wednesday, we're actually making, I'm going to show you how to make this little tray for your wonder clips, because I've had lots of requests from videos that I've made.
Oh, yes.
I've had people send me emails, and I've also had some questions and all the rest of it. I use little rivets to secure it, so it's just a quick little sew, and I'm going to show you how to do the different sizes as well. So I think we're going to do 3 different sizes from memory. I've got written down. I've got a little class plan, so super easy to make. And someone also asked me what I put in the bottom of mine, because you can see there's the dark fabric. I've actually got a lining in mine, a little scrap piece of vinyl, and it just sits in there nicely. And it just makes it that little bit more sturdy. So you can see when I take it out, the sides sort of crush in a little bit, but when I put that little piece of vinyl in there, gives it a bit of sturdiness. And yeah, and it just sits there, and you will see that in a lot of my tutorials. It's my little tray. It holds about 10.
Yeah, it holds a good number.
Yeah, it holds a good number. Well, I've got what there, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10. It holds 10.
Yeah.
So 9 or 10, it'll hold. Can hear my voice is starting to get really croaky because I've been talking. My throat is really sore. I'm almost a little bit scared to go to sleep tonight, guys, to be honest. I said that to my husband today. I said, as I was drinking a V to stay awake, I said, I'm not real keen to go to sleep. But you want to know what the funniest thing about, and this is going to sound bloody ridiculous, I'm telling you now. I was I was dreaming that I was with Kimberly from the Fat Quarter Shop. How sad am I? I love Kimberly. I think she's great. Anyway, I said to, it was playing on my mind, because I said to Beck, I said, wouldn't it be great if one day, if the Fat Quarter Shop invited us to go and do a tutorial on their channel? And we spoke about that a couple of days ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And well, last night I was dreaming that that's exactly what I was doing. Sorry, Beck, you weren't there.
Oh, that's okay. I was standing behind the camera watching you.
Yeah, you're probably the person that grabbed me around the throat. Anyway, I'm dreaming away, and we were talking about what we were going to do on the channel. I can't remember what we were going to do on the channel. It was patchwork, but that we were going to do. That much I do know. And yeah, so we were chatting away and all the rest of it. Then from behind, someone grabbed me around the throat. I'm going to say it was Beck.
I don't know why you would think it was me.
And started to choke me. Well, obviously the angels were looking after me, or whoever was looking after me.
Yes.
Was looking over me because I woke up and I couldn't breathe. So obviously in my dream I was starting to struggle to breathe in my sleep, and yeah, and that's what happened. I didn't take myself off to hospital or anything like that. I knew what was going on. I knew it was because my throat was closing off. I knew it was because, you know, I suffer from croup and all that sort of stuff, and I knew what to do to open up my airways. My throat has been incredibly sore for the last couple of weeks, and I've been to the doctors. There's nothing that they can do. The antibiotics are not going to help or anything like that. So I'm not going to take antibiotics just for the sake of taking them. I'm just going to have to ride it out. But I must say I'm a little bit scared to go to sleep. So I'm going to sit up tonight. I think laying down as I was probably didn't help. So, but I'm going to have a nice chamomile tea when I finish here. So I rudely woke as you would have first heard there, my daughter going off in the background. I don't know if that picked it up or not, but excuse me. She heard me coughing because I woke up coughing. So not being able to breathe and then coughing at the same time made me incredibly short of breath very quickly. And yeah, so she thought I was just coughing, and she goes, oh, she's just coughing. And then I managed to get out, I can't breathe, in a very panicked voice, because Brendan goes, are you right? Because I was hitting him to wake him up because I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was going to pass out. I was at that point where I felt like I was going to pass out. So, and he was asleep, and because he's got to drive during the day, he sleeps with earplugs because I snore. I'll admit it. I'm, you know, a middle-aged woman going through menopause, and I snore. So it's just part and parcel. I have no thyroid. That's also a side effect of it as well. So yeah, it was a fun morning for my family. And I walked back in after having a shower, and they're all like heart still racing and all the rest of it. And yes, I'm laughing, but it was very scary, especially for them, and it was scary for me as well. But I knew what was going on, so I knew what the problem was, and yeah, so. But all is good. I've been fine all day. I've had a few coughing fits, but nothing like I had this morning, so hopefully it's passed. And the worst thing is it's actually a dry cough. Like, there's no phlegm or anything. It's just dry. So you get into this coughing fit, and it's almost like bloody whooping cough. You can't stop. Yeah, and I don't have whooping cough either. So, they would have rung me by now because they tested for that. So
yeah.
So yeah, so how you going? You getting there?
I'm getting there.
Yep. All right, so am I. But I'm going to have to disturb you in a second because I'm going to need your help.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. So this is where it's good to work with the kids with this one. I'm just putting my last one on, and I'll basically just turn that upside down and just give it a good tug. So you can see there that it's all covered, all the cardboard all the way around. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get Beck to hold it from the top, and I'm just going to let that all hang down. Excuse me. And at this point in time, I sort of just give it a bit of a tug, make sure that it's all sitting properly. Just come down a little bit so they can see and angle it. So I can see that that's all nice and secure. I'll put it back there. Then I'm just going to grab one of my ties, and I'm just going to loop that there. And you could, if you've got red elastic bands, you could do an elastic band in this situation, but I'm just going to use my thread. So I'm just going to tie it as if I'm going to tie a shoelace, and I'm just going to...
He's not sitting straight.
Yeah, I know. And it doesn't really matter because we trim it up anyway. Does that look right? Can't see.
No.
What do you mean?
Look, it's to the side.
Oh, he's got a side loft. Okay, so there we go. Is that better?
A little bit.
Oh, that'll do. Anyway, spin it. Yeah, spin it.
Oh, spin it.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah, go back. All right, so you can see there that we've created a little hat. Oh, there we go. We've created a little hat. So now all I'm going to do is I just pinch it. So I just put it into my hand like so, where I've just bunched that up, and I just pinch it, and then I just trim off the excess. Give it a little bit of a haircut. Sort of same thing you do when you do a pom-pom, really. Make a big mess. And there we go. That's our little hat. And you can trim that down a little bit more if you need to. Like if you want to, you can, you know, trim the odd one out here and there. Get rid of that one. Oh. Doesn't want to cut. Get off. All right, so yeah, it makes a bit of a hell of a mess when you get to the end. And then basically all I do for the tie, I don't try and feed it through the center because I found that just pulls out anyway. So all I do is, again, I create the loop, and then I get one of the strands in the center, so you can see that one there is sticking up, and I just create that little slip knot again, and I just wrap it over that center one there. So I pull that through the center, and sometimes having an extra set of hands really does help.
Oh.
But she's keen to make her stars. So she's out. She's like, I'm out.
I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah, I'm doing my own thing. You can do your own stuff, woman. Oh, dear me.
You should have used your words.
Use your words, Nicole. Use your big girl words. Okay, and there you go. You just hang it on. So as I said, you can make this a little bit shorter, a little bit closer. You can do it in a variety of different colours. It's a great way to it's a great little one to do with the kids. Like, I love it. It's, you know, and they just hang on the thing. And you can make this a little bit shorter. Like, you don't have to make it super long either. So if you want to, if you've got a smaller tree, you can make the hanging bit a little bit smaller. You can put, as I said, you could put some little buttons on there. So I've got some snowflake buttons, which I have to find. I've got a little snowman. I've got Christmas trees, and I think I've even got a little penguin and a Santa.
Oh.
So yeah, you can just
That
put
looks so good on there.
Yeah, so you can put some of there, or you can get some glue glitter, so you know, the squeezy glitter.
Yes.
And you can put a little trim of glue glitter around here to give it a little bit of sparkle just on the where the join is, so you can see there it's got a little bit of a join. Okay. If you're really tricky and do it the right way, which I never seem to remember, you can get like a line of the knot on the outside, so then you can go and put a little bit of glitter on each one of those. I would also look at you know, putting it on the tips as well, that making it, you know, just get just on the tips every second one and make it a little bit glittery. Do them in all different colors, so you could do them in white, red, Christmas green, any sort of colour wool that you want to do. If you want to make them out of rainbow, like variegated wool, they'd look really nice in a variegated.
That would look good.
Yeah, so we've done them all in different sort of ways over the years, and it's just you can see inside, it's just got a cute little, it's all bunched up together and it's all sealed and all the rest of it. You will have to sit them in something that they're not going to get crushed when you're storing them. And yeah, and that's it. That's our little Christmas decoration. So we've got one for the kids, and yeah, you could add sequins as well. That's right, exactly. You could do anything with them. I had a little, we had a sequence explosion here a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I picked up a box of sequins, and Christmas stars went everywhere, and they were like a millimetre, 2 millimetres inside.
It was lovely.
It was pretty. We no longer have those star ones. They were all over the floor. We weren't going to pick up thousands of sequins. No. We swept them up and threw them in the bin. So yeah, so that is basically it for the little beanies, snow hats, whatever you want to call them. So So I really like doing these in variegated, but I didn't have any variegated wool left. So you can get some really nice rainbow variegated, and you can get some really nice Christmas variegated yarn in acrylic. Acrylic does work a lot better than wool. This is 100% wool that I had left over. So I prefer to use the acrylic because it's a little bit more sturdy and a little bit easier to work with, and it's a little bit fluffier as well, so it grips a little bit better. But wool works just as well. So you can see this is a little bit soft, but it's still cute. And like, if you take off that pom-pom, they actually look like little cupcakes as well. So, you know, make it of what
or a little Christmas pudding.
Yeah, a little Christmas pudding or something along those lines. Alrighty, so it is time for our giveaway. Basically what we want you to do, if you are watching right now, we want you just to drop your name into the comments and tell us out of the 2 crafts that we did tonight, which one you liked best. So if you can pop that in there, we will draw a winner. We'll just do a scroll and we're going to come back up, and now you can see our lovely faces.
Oh,
and
hello.
All right. So for those that have joined a bit late, this is the giveaway. We were going to make this tonight, but we are running out of time. So, and my voice is starting to give way.
Give way, yeah, I can hear that.
So we're going to call it quits in a second. So that's the cutlery holder. You can see how cute that is. It's just adorable. So we're going to hold this tutorial off for a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, we might do it on a Friday. We're going to do this as a class, basically as a Wednesday tutorial. So it'll take us a little while to do, and we'll use the Kate Spain fabric as well. So yeah, all right.
I've already chosen that.
Yeah, she's already chosen the fabric. Do you want to pass me the fabric that we're going to be using? So a few of you joined late. So this is the fabric we're going to use for the. So you can see it's got.
I love deers.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why she thinks she's getting it.
I didn't. I joke.
Oh, yeah, so that's the fabric that we're going to use for the little cutlery holder. You'll have to come to Christmas dinner to use it.
I'll be camping.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going camping this year.
It's Christmas with my family this year.
Oh, well, you miss out. You don't get to use it.
Do we have a work dinner?
Do we have a work dinner? Oh, my God. Yeah, I suppose we could. We could do a live and get everybody else to come along too. Alrighty, so I'm just waiting for a few more people to pop their name in, and I'm just watching Beck, what she's doing. She's getting there. So
I think I've done it right.
yeah,
I have.
yeah.
I started off wrong, but it slowly clicked in my brain.
Okay, so the short ends are facing up when we first start. Now what do you got to do?
I'm just making sure that it's sitting nice and secure.
Can you show us? Oh, the fat quarters, yes.
Oh, yes, you were meant to do that.
All right, well, we'll leave that for just a minute, and I will get some fat quarters, and I will get rid of all this red fluff. Where did you put them all?
What?
The fat quarters. Yeah.
I put them over there. Like what you told me to.
I thought you put them back over here after we finish. Take your mic off, or you'll take everything with you.
I'm trying to.
All right, I'll tilt the camera back down again. I completely forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. All right, and I'm going to have to just move you out of the way a little bit there, Beck. I had some more stash come. Alrighty, so I'll just go and grab my container to show you why I fold them this way. Okay, so these are my baskets that I put my fat quarters in. Okay, I've got to get some more of these. I even have these for my private stash as well, because it's just easy to see the fabric. Some of these are sitting in the wrong way, but you can see at the end I like to have my, okay, like I know that this is anal. I know that this is being pedantic, but this is because I have so much going on in my life and I need to be organised. And
Carol's got her fat quarter.
Okay, cool. Awesome, go Carol. Awesome. So basically what happens is I've got these baskets. You get these from Kmart. For those, I don't know if you have Kmart in the USA, but here in Australia we have Kmart. These are perfect for the fat quarters, the way they're folded, so you can see they just fit in there nicely. And these are the ones that I have in my shop as well. So I've got 4 of these. Have I 3 or 4? 3. I have 4, one that has plains in it, and then I've got 2 that have all the pattern fabric. And basically, this is why I fold my fat quarters the way I do. So I'll move that out of the way. And then you've got your fat quarter, okay, and it doesn't matter whether you fold it on the long side or the short side. So I tend to fold it on the long side. Okay.
Hey, can I just interrupt?
Yep.
Check me out.
Oh,
I'm on to the next step.
Look at her go. She's onto it, and she didn't even ask me how to do it. Awesome. Okay, so it doesn't matter which way I fold. I tend to go the long side though. Okay. Now I'm getting the hiccups. And then all I do is I fold one edge in, okay, and then I've got a top edge in, and I fold it so they meet, okay, and I used to be really pedantic, and I used to iron it. I don't have time for that, for my personal stuff, not the shop.
Oh my gosh.
Because it sits in the cupboard for such a long time.
Yes.
And you know, customers mess up your stuff in the shop. So it's nice to go into your private collection and go, oh, look how pretty that looks. But anyway.
I'm shaking my...
Don't you... you do the same thing. Don't you sit there and judge me back.
I'm not judging you.
You are. You're shaking your head. Okay.
Sorry.
So you've got your 2 ends and you bring them into the middle. And then basically you fold that onto itself. So just like what we did with the strips tonight. Okay. And you want to make sure that your edges are all meeting up. And I do this really quick. Like, Beck looks at me and just goes, what? Can you do that again? Hey, what? I missed it.
I know how to do it now.
Yeah, the first couple of times. And then I just turn it, and then I just bring it in like so. And then I turn it the other way and bring it in. So all the raw edges are into the center. Okay?
Yes.
And then I fold it up on itself like that. So no raw edges are facing out. So the reason that I do that is it stops fraying. It also stops for when people are looking through the fat quarters, because this is shop stock. This particular piece isn't, but you know, this is what I do for my shop stock and my private stash, because sometimes the girls go in and fondle my fabric as well. But I know, I know you do, Savannah. Excuse me. And so there's no raw edges facing out, so the fabric is not going to fray, because sometimes a fat quarter can sit on the shelf for quite some time.
Yeah.
And if it's been handled by a lot of customers and stuff like that, it's going to fray. Okay, because not all fat quarters have got pinked edges and stuff like that. We cut a lot of our own fat quarters here. So if you buy a fat quarter from us, you actually get a 50 centimeter one, so it's a 20 inch by 22 inch. That's the size of an Australian fat quarter, whereas an American fat quarter is 18 inches by 22, 21 inches.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so no, I was checking the files in my brain.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah, so, and that's what I do. And then when I put it in my basket, and as I said, some of them are around the wrong way. See how that looks like it's 2 fat quarters? So a person will actually pull it out if it's not put the right way. See, if you've got the edge up like this was 2 fat quarters in this case, but this one here, see here, it's not sitting the right way. So when they pull it out, it all comes unraveled. So I like to have this edge here facing to the top. So when it goes in, it sits there like so. And then I know that when the person's rummaging through, it sits on the shelf like this, and they can see, they get a good view of what the fat quarter is. And this is my favourite one at the moment. I love that one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I like it in the blue.
Yeah.
Because there's other variations
Yeah,
of
there's
that.
a pink one as well. And this one's my favourite too.
Oh no, that's my favourite. And I like the red version of that.
Yeah, we don't have any of that left.
I know.
We can't get that anymore. But that's why I like to stack all my fat quarters like that. They fit in nicely. So you can see here, this is an American fat quarter, so it is slightly smaller. So there's the size difference. Both folded the same way, okay, but the Australian one is wider. Okay, so we cut a lot of our own fat quarters, and that's the size that they are. So you can see that you're getting a substantial amount more. So even if I turn it that way, you're still getting more. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit for you. And that's how I fold my fabric. Anal? Yes, maybe. I think
Each to their own.
each to their own. But I better not put that in there because that's not for sale. So,
Oh gosh, what is that, silly lady?
yeah, so that's how I like them all to be. And I have passed this trait on to my daughter because she comes out and she'll see that the fat quarters are not sitting right, and she will go, well, we'll just have to fix that. And she sits there and she puts them into colorways and all that sort of stuff. And then in Christmas holidays, she generally comes out and she will basically get into the fabric and put everything back where it's supposed to go. So yeah, it's quite funny actually. All right, I'm just going to go put that back on the shelf, and then we'll do our giveaway.
I'm quite enjoying doing these stars. Oh, Rebecca James has joined us.
Hello, Rebecca. How are you? Alrighty, so I'm going to bring the camera back up now because we have finished doing our little crafts.
Even though Beck's still going.
Even though Beck's still going, she'll probably still sitting here midnight finishing hers off. I'll just go to bed. So if you've liked this video today, don't forget to hit that like button down below. That helps us get seen in the algorithm, which is greatly appreciated. The giveaway is for is about to get drawn, and I'm going to get back to do a scroll.
A scroll.
Yep.
Okay.
So
let me press, and then I'll scroll.
Okay, she's pressing, and then she'll scroll.
I'm scrolling.
Do that one.
This one?
Yep.
Try again.
Yeah. Go again. It's not scrolling properly.
No, it's not, is it?
No. All right, stop. Okay. It is. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. It is Lisa Dash.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So Lisa, you have. My thing's not working at all. Was it Lisa Dash that commented? I can't see it. Yep. Yep. So yeah, you have won that. Awesome. So I just need you to contact us, son.
I will on the askme.dd's.
Yes. Askme.dd's.
I'll
so,
add that in.
Did she comment though to put her name down? Hang on, we just need to check that because I don't remember seeing her name.
No.
No, she didn't. I do apologise for that. I'll have to take that back. All right. As I told you, it wasn't scrolling properly. Yeah. All right. Let's try that again.
Try that again.
All right. All right. Sorry. Okay. Drum roll, please. Susan Bartlett.
Yeah.
Yay!
Congratulations, Susan.
And she likes the stars. Sorry about that. It was just, I don't know what I was doing then. So yeah, that is coming your way, Susan. So if you can just send me an email to askme.dd's at Gmail, that'd be great. So yeah, we had to, sorry, Lisa hadn't commented what she liked about it, and that was part of the thing. So that was my mistake there. Yeah, so if you can just send, Susan, if you can send your address to me, I can get that in the mail, and we are going to do this as a live tutorial on a Wednesday in a couple of weeks. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so sorry about that, Lisa. You'll have to come back next time on that. So, yeah. Excuse me. All right, how do you go with your star?
Good. Look, I've got 2 points done.
Cool, awesome. So for those that are joined late, that is the star that we made. Ta-da! And this is the little hat. This one's to do with little kids. Little danglies.
They are. They're super cute.
and this one is to do with the older grandkids or kids. So yeah. And this one, you don't have to do it out of fabric. Like you can actually do this exactly what we've done, but you do it with paper. Because the original pattern was done with paper.
Yep.
We've
Used
just
to do them at school.
Yeah. We used to decorate our classrooms with them.
Yep.
And we do with the coloured paper. We do the chains across the.
Yeah, that was actually my favourite. Was
Yeah,
the chains.
One year I had the girls just make everything for the tree, and they did chains, they did stars, they did what else they do? Buttons.
I did
paddle pop, glittered paddle pop, snowflakes.
Oh yes, yes.
Peg reindeers.
Yeah.
It was the other
I've
one.
got one of those that I made when I was about.
I think we've still got
16.
Narrowlees, yeah. So yeah, there was a few things that the kids have made over the years, and all the rest of it. So they're gonna have to remake some of that stuff. So, yeah, it'll be good this year. But they're not allowed to touch the tree, so I'll have to get your yeah, glitter paper is really nice. That's what I've done it with. And I find working with like a cardstock, not a cardstock, but you know, like a decent weight paper.
Like cartridge paper.
Yeah.
That's what, there was like cardboard, and then there was cartridge paper, which was a little bit heavier than normal paper, but lighter than cardboard. That's easy to.
I mean, you can get different weights in scrapbooking paper and stuff like that too. I've used I've done it where I've used like a vintage paper and stuff like that, and made them with that. And because I had a tree one year that was vintage themed, so I had like decoupage, which I still have.
Yes, the one that you showed me.
Yeah, I had decoupage baubles that I bought, and then I made a heap of vintage paper crafts for the Christmas tree. So I made Christmas trees, I made stars. So the Christmas tree was like a 3D tree. So you cut out the Christmas tree and then you put a fold in it, and then you glue the folds together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you put like a piece of cardboard on the end that holds it all together.
Yep.
So yeah, I've done, like I said, I do a lot of crafts. I've done a lot of paper crafts and stuff like that over the years, especially with the kids, because paper's easier to work with for them.
Yeah.
And whatnot. So yeah, but I'm actually going to pull my star apart because I just want to have plain blue and plain red, and then I've got a plain green one, and I'm using those. I'm going to make a heap of them. And these fat quarters were actually, this fabric was out of the Kate Spain fabric line that I got yesterday afternoon, which just has some gorgeous fabrics in it. But they were the way easy. Like there's one in here that's got stars on it, which would make great fabric stars as well. But I don't want to do too many. I'm just going to use those 3 fat quarters and have them. And they'll just be in my stash. And they may not go on the tree this year. They might go on the tree next year, you know, like, because I like to change my tree up and all the rest of it. One year I had a tree and all it had on it was red bows and Santa bells.
Oh.
So when you walk through the house, the tree would, because I lived on a elevated house, so it was on stilts, and as you know, when you're up off the ground, you get a little bit of shake. And so when the kids used to run through the house, or I was walking through the house, or someone was walking through the house, the tree would get a little bit of a vibration, and the Santa bells sounded like sleigh bells. So I had the whole tree, and it had a beautiful decoupage star on top, and basically, and it just had red bows all over it. So it was just, it was absolutely gorgeous. And there was a little bit of glitter on the end of the red bows, and as I said, the bells. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been gorgeous.
Yeah, it was. My mum walked in, and basically, because she hadn't seen the tree, it was one year that they come to visit for Christmas, and my mum walked in and just went, "Oh my God!" It looked like something out of Maya or David Jones or something like that. Yeah, it wasn't a big tree. Like it was probably a 6-foot tree, so not a big tree in anyone's standard. It's just a normal size. 5.5 foot to 6 foot.
Yeah.
So but it was a really pretty tree. It was and then another year I had the kids go out and collect stuff from nature. So they collected like little baby pine cones, and there's a tree down the road that's got these like spiky things on it. I still can't remember the name of that bloody tree.
Yeah, we're talking about that.
Yeah, and when it drops its leaves, it has these bauble things on it that have a little stick off it, so you can tie some cotton on it or fishing line. But the girls, they spray painted them and then covered them in glitter. So the tree was just everything from nature. So they made little snowflakes out of out of little branches and stuff like that as
yes.
well. So it was very pagan type.
Yep.
So sometimes we try to, we call them gumball trees. Yeah. We call them ammo trees. Because when we were kids, we used to use them as ammo. Grenades. So yeah, so basically we just pick a theme and all the rest of it. But this year it's my turn to decorate the tree, and they're not allowed near it, as we were talking about today. There will be, you know, crime tape around it. It's a crime scene. Barriers, 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, so basically I'll get the tree and I'll decorate it. I want to sort of do a vintage tree this year.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, and I've got a couple of cross stitches that I want to do. They're not here yet. They're on
their way.
They're on their way. You'll get to see them. And I've got the whole set. So there's 10, 12? 12, yeah,
Yes.
there was 12.
12.
So, yeah, they're on their way. So when they get here, they get here. So, excuse me. It'll be very vintage looking. So
Yeah, that'll be nice.
vintage farmhouse, really. On that, I think I'll need some. Yeah, I'm thinking that I might even do it on linen. I'll see how I go.
Oh, that would be nice.
You know, like I'm just getting into cross stitch, and I've only just stitched on one piece of 8, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get into linen. No worries.
She'll be right.
She'll be right, mate. It'll be all right. So yeah, so I'll give it a go. I'll see how I go, because there's something that I want to keep, and they look really nice on the linen.
Yeah, the linen is.
Yeah, I don't think I'd
nice
go
look.
32 count because I'll probably go blind after the first one. So I'll probably I might do 25 count or 28 count maybe. 28 count, I think I'll go on that, because I've got 25 count in the cupboard and I can see that. Okay, so 28. I should be right.
Push
the
the boundaries.
I don't think I could go anything. Yeah, I don't think I could go anything smaller than that. Like I definitely could not do 40 count. Some women out there do 40 count, but then they're busting out the big guns and bringing in like magnifying things and all the rest of it. I'm like,
wow.
I don't want to carry around that much equipment.
No.
You know, like I want to do this. Like today, I went and sat in the car.
Yeah.
For an hour, for 45 minutes after, you know, like it would have been an hour if I had my chart, but.
Yeah. Carol likes the black Ada that you showed earlier today.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. And I actually don't have. I showed it in the
floss tube.
In the floss tube, in our first floss tube. So those that are new that haven't seen our floss tube, it was published yesterday. So you can have a look and you'll see what we're talking about and all the rest of it. So yeah, like we're enjoying it. I don't know about Beck. I am. You're not enjoying it?
I am enjoying it.
She lies. See, she tells whoppers, man. Like, I'm surprised that her nose hasn't reached the United States yet.
I'll beat you there. I'll be there before 2020, 2021.
Yeah, with the amount of lies she tells, most definitely. Oh, dear me.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no, she doesn't lie. Sorry. Well, maybe sometimes. Like just then. So, yeah, so that's sort of the plan. And I found this really cool pattern for Mia's door as well, because Mia's born on Halloween. She's born on the 31st of October. So, and she's been going on and on about Halloween and happy birthday. So she's understanding that her birthday is on Halloween. And she was walking around in a fairy costume the other day with a crown and a wand, and she was saying happy Halloween, everybody, trick or treat, and all the rest of it. So I have never done Halloween. It's not a big thing here in Australia, but the kids have always hassled me to go trick or treating, but no one really does it in our street. So basically, they're going to kill me if I take her trick or treating because I've never taken them trick or treating. So yeah, so huh? What are you doing, Dustin?
Stop hiding.
Anyway,
Off you go. Off you go. Quick.
they're all coming out now. So yeah. Anyway, we've just hit the 2-hour mark, and we are going to. What are you doing? What are you doing, Nerily? Oh my God! The kids are crawling on the floor behind us. Like, See? That was narrowly. Don't, because you'll start a fight. He'll fall over, knock my sewing machine over, and then death will be bestowed upon you.
Off you go.
She doesn't like it when I start using Old English. It's a gift. You wrecked my sewing machine. Okay, Dustin, off you go.
Go.
Don't give me a thumbs down. What are you doing? Your mother's child, that's for sure. Okay, say bye. Off you go.
Say bye.
Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.
I got everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah, great work there.
Thank you, Narrowly.
No worries. Bye. Alrighty, it's just hit the 2-hour mark. My voice is just about spent. Congratulations to Susan. I look forward to receiving your email with your address, and I will get that out in the post to you on Monday. So yeah, I'm going to toddle off to bed now. Thank you so much for those that have woken up in the wee hours in the United States, and those that have joined us from the UK and here on Australia, and also from New Zealand. We do appreciate you hanging out with us in the craft room on Friday night, and we will see you the same time in a fortnight. And we will have a live tutorial on Wednesday, which is, as I said, is the little...
This coming Wednesday.
Yes, this coming Wednesday is this. I have been hassled in the last couple of weeks for that, so yeah. So I'm going to do that.
Looks like
yep, that's when
when
it's happening. So I will see you all then. Until then, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.